What's up, guys? We're here for another episode of Spitting Fire. Can you believe it? Now we're on episode number 6, and today we have a very special guest. This guy's gonna be dropping bombs and F words, and it doesn't mean anything because we're not gonna bleep them out. Once again, we're on episode number 6 at Spitting Fire, and today's guest, without further ado, give it up for the man, the myth, the legend, JP Peña. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother? Love that intro, man.
Man, I'm trying to be like, one of these broadcasters en español, en inglés. Para la otra vez voy a hacer uno en español. But anyways, man, we're here. And you know what? I wanted to reach out to you because right now, there's a lot of people out there that need help, brother. And I know you're a leader and you've been a leader just way before, servicing our country. Thank you for your service as well.
Appreciate it.
I want to make sure you're acknowledged by that. And man, you're here, you're in person, and let's get right into it. Without further ado, you don't mind telling my audience a little bit about you before I ask you some questions that they wanted me to personally ask you right now, my man. Let's go.
Man. Pretty simple, transparent. I grew up in Hollywood, California. Came from El Salvador here, little, 6, 7 years old, immigrant. Crossed the border like anybody else.
My God.
Right? Surprise.
Right?
I was raised in East Side Hollywood, not, what most people think that, celebrities and the stars and all that. Had a, good upbringing, parents, just like Latino culture. And, found a way to get out of the hood by joining the Marine Corps, did that. And
hoorah, let's go, guys.
Somehow accidentally tripped and stumbled into real estate and been doing that ever since, bro.
Wow. What a story, right? I think it's funny how sometimes we choose other careers, but then the career chooses us.
Yeah, bro. First of all, I did love architectural. My whole thing was always either become an architect, do something within design or stuff like that. I always tell this story about how I got into real estate because it fits into why a lot of people get into the business.
Okay.
And then don't know how to let go of that and realize that you can make this a prosperous career.
Correct.
Or it could fuck you up.
No. Tell us a little bit about that because it's funny how I landed in this career, but it's all about you today. How did you just make that pivot and say, you know what, I'm going to go to do real estate? And once again, it's not about the money. I think it's more about helping people, right?
100%. Initially, you do it because of the money.
Absolutely.
The nice stuff, the flashy stuff. For me, I was still in the Marine Corps. I had already gone through some surgeries through an accident that I had in Iraq. Okay. And I was processing individuals that were either drug pops or just were not showing up, which we call MIAs, right? Or,
got it.
Not MIA. I'm sorry. That's missing in action. UAs.
Okay.
So it means you had unauthorized to leave. You left. You didn't show up. You're in trouble. You could basically go to jail. So my buddy leaves. Good guy I used to party with. About 2-3 months later, shows up with the most sickest Lamborghini I ever seen. Shows up to the base.
Damn.
And I'm like, bro, are you fucking nuts? Like, you go to jail right now. Like, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
But most importantly, like, how the fuck can I get a car like this?
Correct.
And he says, tell you what, man, you make my UA disappear, and I will show you what to do.
Wow.
And that Friday, I drove to San Bernardino to this fucking hole-in-the-wall loan shop.
Correct.
Shop. Because it was nothing but exotic cars outside.
It was like Fast and the Furious garage.
Bro, and all these hot chicks in the front.
Oh, shit.
And people gambling, there's music. I go all the way to the back, and he goes, you're going to start doing home loans, and this is how you make money. That week, I made $12,000, and since then, I never looked back and was just driven by the fact that, fuck, I can make money. And you're talking about somebody that came up with no money. So,
correct.
I grew up with, no, we don't have money. We can't afford that. So for somebody to fucking give me an amount of money that I'd never seen in my life, I was just like,
absolutely.
Fuck, if you could do this,
what else can you do?
Exactly. And that's how that started, bro.
That's awesome, guys. We would have to do another episode for him to go dive in deep in that. But we're going to get right into it. I know you just had twins, right?
I did.
And I wanted to ask you because a lot of people is like, is there such thing as a work-life balance, especially when you have kids? Can you tell us a little bit about that, how you separate that when you get home? Because I know I have a very challenging time. I just had a son less than 3 months ago, and I'm dealing with one, but you're dealing with 4, but 2 new ones, 2 toddlers.
Yeah.
How do you separate that?
So in the words of my good friend, may he rest in peace, Sam Bakhtiar, he said balance is earned.
Balance is earned.
And I think that's something that we take for granted to the extreme, because we always talk about balance and that we want to have this and have the ability to do this or all this other stuff. But if you're not working towards something that's actually going to scale you up or help your family out, you don't fucking deserve that balance.
Correct.
You don't. I can't get up in the morning and say, well, today I'm just going to chill, family time, go do all this amazing shit. But if I'm not bringing money, if I'm not fucking producing at my highest fucking level, then what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, no. And I'm going to ask you a personal question because, I'm sure right now your wife is dealing with the babies right now.
Absolutely.
My wife is doing the same thing. How do you do it? And this is more of a personal question because, we're always, we got to stick to our schedule, prospect, make calls, we're in production, et cetera, et cetera. How do you do it when you're already going home and then boom, here you go. Here are the kids. I'm out. How do you do that?
What do you mean as far as...
like, let's say when you get home from a hard day at work and now I see you, spending time with your kids. How do you transition into that without, getting all frustrated? Yeah, correct. From work mode to daddy mode.
I think at this point, and it's something about our business that, it's something that we're blessed that, people get into real estate, people get into entrepreneurship because of the freedom, right?
Correct.
You want that ability to say, well, I could work as much as I want, and then I could afford to take maybe a couple hours a day off, a week application or whatever, right? So it's the same logic once you really have this shit down.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in real estate, I can never say you really fully ever have it down because there's always so many fucking changing factors.
Yeah.
But what it does do is open up more opportunities, free time. So thankfully, I'm blessed that I have that ability now where I could cut off my hours at a certain point and say, okay, because family is very important for me.
Correct.
And it goes back to, again, you have to earn that. So I have to meet certain things during the day in order for me to be able to take those hours at the end of the day, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
And you need it, bro. You need it because I get home. It might have been a stressful day. It might have been fucking, craziness of real estate. Shit can happen. But I get home, I pick up my kids, my twins. I spend time with them. It sort of fills you back up with energy, bro.
Correct.
It really makes you just appreciate everything and know that, okay, fuck it. Everything's going to be good.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing it for. Fuck it. Let's go back at it next day, tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's crazy, right? We literally wake up every day as agents. We go to a cubicle or an office. We get hanged up on. People tell us off. Files fall off of escrow. We wake up every day unemployed, and we keep doing it over and over again, huh?
Yep.
Are we crazy or not?
You definitely gotta be fucking nuts.
Insane. Or you have to drink a lot of Celsius. And yeah, big shout outs to Celsius. Make sure you guys reach out to JP. This is the reason why he became a father. And I'm trying to just have more energy. Give it up for Celsius. So here's a question that they asked me to ask you. What inspired you to start your own business? And can you share a pivotal moment or a decision that had a significant impact in your business right now?
For the first one, I think it was, I never liked working for anybody. I started early on. My first job was when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
I worked at a car wash. I was doing, it was only paid by tips. So it was Saturday and Sunday because I wasn't old enough.
Wow. To cut you off, you know who also worked at a car wash? Rick Ross.
Really?
And he said that he used to make $30 a day. And the reason why they used to pay him that amount is because you had to work for your tips.
100%.
So the way he would say, look, you know what? I would tell people, hey, let me vacuum your cigarette lighter. Let me go ahead and organize your cassettes alphabetical order. He would add all these services to make more money. But go on. That's a good one.
So that's sort of what I started doing.
Okay.
I was very detailed. If you had a sticker mark in your window, I would be the one that would go get the what do you call it? The
little blade
the blade.
Yeah, to remove
scrap
it
off. If you had white walls, I'll make sure they were white.
With armor.
Like, man, I took, my average tip was $10.
Nice.
So I did very good. What I learned, though, during that process was that, one, you're always going to have people that are going to hate on you when you're doing good. And that was my first big lesson into that. Because there was a couple, and it's always raza, bro.
It's always. It's the story of the crabs in the bucket.
Bro. So you would have older raza guys show up, and they would see that I would make more money for them. So they would try to jeopardize me every day.
Oh, man.
So my mom let me borrow $5 because you have to buy your own bottle and
Okay.
your little bucket thing. It's not even bought for, it's fucking rented, dude.
Correct.
I mean, that's a whole nother fucking thing. But anyways, you give them $5, you get your little thing
Yeah, your little
with 2
bucket.
sprays, and you get 3 towels.
Wow.
You lose that, you have to pay that again.
Okay.
So every morning they would hide my shit or throw it away. So I was coughing out $5
daily,
every fucking Saturday and Sunday.
Shit.
And I caught one of the guys one time, and I remember I asked him. I said, "Hey, like in Spanish, I told him like, what did I do to you? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do it?" He goes, "We don't fucking want you here. Like, you gotta fucking leave."
Oh,
And
wow.
that's the first time, dude, where I felt rejection and pain in a way that I never felt before, because it hurt. I remember going to the bathroom and I cried.
Oh, shit.
And this, by the way, the JP now, way different than JP back in the day.
Yeah, if somebody says, "Hey, we don't want you here," what would be the first?
Fucking, you're getting fucking kicked in the chest. But back then, I didn't know about that. You know, my dad was very strict in the form of, you got to defend yourself, fight for yourself, but avoid issues, drama. So
correct.
I would never want to fight people because of that. I was never, like, I fear my dad a lot.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace now. But you know, fuck, I went to the bathroom and I cried. I was like, fuck, you know, maybe I should quit. Yeah. And I remember that came up a lot. Maybe I should quit. So the one thing that I did one time that really broke that was, I remember he showed up drunk, this guy that worked there, and I had this red truck, and this guy would always come and choose me. And we have a line. You take turns.
Yeah.
Like every car that comes in, you're taking turns, right?
Got it.
It was his turn, but the guy wanted me. He says, no, like, I want him. So he got mad. He parks the car. He purposely puts it on gear, puts the clutch in, so the car starts rolling, and he gets off the car fast to make it seem like if I did something. And so the car goes forward and hits a fucking other car in the front, and the whole side gets scraped by this blue little thing. And he just starts pointing at me like, it was him. And I remember I got so fucking mad. I ran up to him, I grabbed him by the fucking shirt, and I said, it was fucking you.
Yeah.
It was fucking you fucking liar. And I remember I was so fucking mad. Then the owner saw it, and he comes up, and he goes, yeah, it was him. I saw it too. And it was the first time that I stood up for myself, and they came back, and they're like, wow, good. They fired that guy. And they actually then put me in salary. But I never went back. I said I never fucking want to work for anybody again. I want to make my own decision. But
yeah, that's a crazy story, man.
Yeah, man.
Just hearing it pisses me off.
You're 14 years old, man. It's crazy.
Bunch of haters. You guys need to stop hating. You guys got to start congratulating. That's why you're at where you're at, right?
You know what's funny, dude? I haven't posted yet. I don't like to post political drama shit.
Yeah.
But this one just fucking struck a nerve. I don't know if you saw it. I posted, it was yesterday or 2 days ago, about that Airbnb in Brentwood.
Oh, yeah.
540 days, the lady has not left.
Yeah, like, she became a resident.
Yeah, right? So I posted up there, and I literally got about 30 messages of people fucking defending her.
Wow.
And a lot of it was Latinos. And they're like, well, it's a luxury home. He could afford it. Oh, well, that's what he gets for fucking making money, for being greedy, for fucking trying to make more money. He already made his millions. Why is he trying to charge people more? Like, what the fuck? We have homeless issues. And I'm sitting there like, this is the fucking problem why us minority or people that are, you know, in certain situations don't move up, because of that fucking stupid mindset. You do not know the process that it takes for somebody to achieve something, and then you want to fuck them over. And I put myself as an example. I say, look, man, I am not nowhere where I want to be yet. Yeah. But I fucking worked my ass off to get to where I'm currently at. Correct. And if you fucking did that shit to me, I personally will fucking go in there, grab you by the fucking hair, take your ass out, and I don't give a fuck about your whole freedom, whatever, bullshit, fucking dumbness. But because of that same mindset is why us Latinos keep on staying where we're at, bro. Because we got to stop fucking with the nonsense. We got to stop being the fucking victim. We got to stop putting ourselves in this whole fucking, oh my God, the system, we're suppressed, this bullshit. Bro, everybody here wakes up with the same fucking opportunity. It's up to you to fucking do it. That's it. And if you want to be a jackass and go screw people over, then fuck, that's what you are. But there's nothing that stops you, our video guy here, anybody here from fucking becoming the next fucking billionaire tomorrow. The only thing that stops us is your insecurities and your stupid mindset. That's it.
Damn, guys, that's too much fire to put out. That's crazy, dude. It's insane. As I'm listening to you, I also hear the words, money follows attention. Grant Cardone says it. While there's bad attention or good attention, but money follows attention. And like you said, you had all these bad comments, but hopefully out of that post, something good comes out of it.
Oh, I hope, man. Because look, in the end of the day, what people don't understand is, I could guarantee you, and I'll put money on this, that if somebody that truly needs help comes up to you right now, or and let's put it out there, because the same people that comment Latinos come up to me or come up to you and they say, bro, I need help. What's the path? What's the blueprint? There's no fucking way you're gonna tell them no.
No, I wouldn't.
You'll help that person. 100%.
It's absolutely funny you say that. Yesterday I had a Zoom call. I'm not gonna say names, with other agents from other offices that I thought are very successful. I'm like, oh wow, okay, I'm honored. And there's no training right now. Mm-hmm. All these offices, instead of expanding, they're contracting.
They're hurting, bro.
And I see all this fancy stuff, like you said, on social media. You got people dancing, rapping, making these fancy videos with jets and all that. But then I go look at their production. I'm like, all this is smoke and mirrors. What is really going on right now? And one thing that I take pride on is educating myself, right? Practicing, rehearsing, drilling every freaking day. And yes, if somebody comes and asks me, hey, Alfred, I need help, rest assured I'm going to sit with that person. And I will personally put them on a 90-day program. But in that 90-day program, I would rewire their mind, give them a goal setting, but also without systems and processes, we're not going to hit those goals. But yeah, so if you guys are listening out there, and I'm going to go ahead and put JP's contact information on YouTube. Reach out to him. Reach out to me if you guys need help. I know there's a lot of shit going on. We're going to keep it real here. And that's why this man is here. Because he drops F-bombs. He spits fire. And we're not bleeping anything out. We're going to keep it raw like sushi. And with that said, here's another question for you. How do you handle failures and setbacks right now in this market? Because shit's hitting the fan right now. I had 3 escrows drop last week. And how do you handle those setbacks right now?
I'm at the point now where if an escrow falls or, certain challenges, adversities come up as far as business-wise, it doesn't affect me at all. Mm-hmm. The one thing that you get better at as an entrepreneur is solving for X faster.
Correct.
That's it. I think, we both can agree that at any given time, any shit can hit the fan right now, we'll find a way to make money tomorrow.
Correct.
That's just something, and let me correct this saying. Some people say you're born with it. I don't agree with that. I think you just learn how to fucking do it.
Correct.
And we have learned that. And at some point, we're going to master it, right?
Yeah.
To a point where we're fucking just like that on it. What I would say that are setbacks and failures that I wasn't prepared for, and it's important that you deal with it and understand how to get back from it, are sometimes life events that you were not prepared for. My dad passed away in December.
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry about that.
And that shit fucked me up. Now that really fucked me
mentally
up, to the point that I got to almost $200 in my bank account, bro.
Nah,
dude, it was brutal. I started drinking again. I had been sober for a little over 2 years. My dad passed away December. January, I started, this whole, and I can't explain it because it was a numb feeling. I knew what I had to do.
Yeah.
And I was seeing the bank account just
drop.
The one thing is, once you start making money, your expenses are a lot more.
Oh, yeah. No, tell me about it. Yeah.
So shit could go very quick.
Yeah.
And we had to leave our West Hollywood home. We ended up moving into our in-laws to a small ADU, bro. Probably the size of this. A lot of people don't know this, bro. So we're getting exclusive right now. And I was just fucking numb. I would just get up in the morning. I'll still get up early.
Yeah.
And just be like this zombie. I can't remember half of the stuff that I was doing. I can remember the drinking parts.
Yeah.
And the turning factor for me was one time on one of these binge stupid drinkings that I had. I showed up late. And I open the door and I see 2 beds, my wife, the twins, and my 2 kids there. And something just fucking hit me. Like, what the fuck? And it's like if my dad fucking slapped the shit out of me. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Wow.
Are you fucking serious? And, dude, I cried that night. I fucking let everything out. And I think that's what it was. Because I hadn't fully there's so much stuff behind the scenes that happened with my dad. I just fixed that relationship back in 2020. So I think it was all that just adding up, and the fact that now I felt like I didn't do enough, that maybe I could have saved them. Maybe if I would have done shit differently, like he wouldn't have passed. And it just fucking hit me like a train, bro. And I cried. I let everything out. That next day I said, fuck it. I'm changing this shit. In 30 days, I made $70,000. The next 30 days, I made $150,000. By the 3rd month after that, we already have our new place now, gated community, Irvine, $1.7 million home, fucking everything. So the fact that we're able to make money, that's the easy part.
Yeah.
The hard part becomes when you get hit with certain scenarios that you're not prepared. Correct. We're always prepared on what happens if an escrow falls. Easy. Fucking bounce back up. What happens if a buyer changes their mind? Easy. Bounce back up, right? Seller fucking, doesn't want to sell now. Whatever. Easy. Fuck. You set it up, right? But when you get hit with those things that you're not prepared for,
oh, dude,
those are the tough ones, bro.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And my answer, because I see new agents and old agents in the business. And one thing I do, people ask me, how do you stay consistent? How do you get paid every month? I said, if you're not getting paid enough, you're not talking to enough people. Yeah, that is the answer, bro. Yeah, there's no other answer to 100%. That. 100%. If you're not at an open house, if you're not door knocking, if you're not prospecting every day, if you're not looking for other sources of income, especially right now, I know agents are saving their money. They don't want to spend on advertising. They want to be cheap. I actually seen some houses being taking pictures with the camera phone. And right now, I know that if you're not doing these things, actually, JP, 2 weeks ago, I showed 12 different ways of how to get free business, 12 listings for free. And one of them was door knocking, bandit signs, prospecting, expires, for sale by owners, notice of defaults. Notice of defaults just this morning right here in Fontana, because Fontana's right next to me, 37 notice of defaults this morning. Yeah. People that haven't made their payments in the last 3 months, and they're $20,000, $30,000 to $60,000 behind. And yes, our job is to try to help them save the house, right? Put a Band-Aid on the bank. But we know that ultimately some people can't bounce back because they're one paycheck away from being broke. Just like I would say 60% of the agents right now in the industry. Oh yeah. So it's crazy, bro. But I know we're getting closer to the end, and I want to ask you one more very important question.
Damn, the end already.
When you're having fun, time goes by fast, right?
We keep on going. That was cool.
That's right. We're gonna keep going, guys. So here's another thing. If you could go back in time to a younger self and give yourself one piece of advice, what would that be? Because I have a follow-up question with that question. The little 15-year-old JP working at the car wash, hitting cars. It's not his fault. What advice would you give that young kid right now? Like, hey, man.
Just start taking risks sooner, man.
Start taking risk.
Sooner. It took me a while to really jump on certain things. And I'll be quite honest with you guys. I broke $250,000 in real estate early in my career. And I always stayed between the 250 to like 350, 375, and I thought that was a lot of money.
Well, that's a lot of money for some people.
No, it's not, bro.
It's not no more.
Wait till you start having 4 kids. It's not. Yeah. And health insurance, and you want to live in a nice area, but in 2017 is really the pivotal point in my life, and I do have to thank an individual. I'm not going to mention his name because now he's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, there's a lot of those out there.
But one thing he did do was at least help me understand that you just have to fucking just jump in, take risk, and then figure it out later. And that's one fucking lesson that I will always fucking acknowledge because I think it does make sense. And when I did that, that's when I skyrocketed. That year I broke 750. I broke in $1 million a few times now. And the crazy thing is that it hasn't been all through just real estate. Yeah. And we were speaking about this earlier, which has been what other things do I have to do in order for me to scale that up and achieve greatness without having to be tied up to transactions. Correct. And depending on that, and people talk shit about that, we were talking about my high-level workshop, and people say, oh, well, JP's not producing. Well, you're a fucking dumbass, because then you're missing my whole point of what I'm talking about. Correct. If you're still fucking just trying to produce in real estate and you're not thinking of what's next, then you're fucking up. Yeah. And that's what I've done. So since then, I've done risk. I started a platform, Veterans Hub, which does great. That makes about 80 to 90,000 in referrals, only paid straight to my corporation.
Nice. So you hear that, guys? All the vets, reach out.
I'm getting licensed in Florida, but a whole different reason for that. Yeah. And, I made over about 40,000 in referrals last year just going to Florida. Nice. Then I found out that they pay 6% over there to the buyer side. Damn. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing sending referrals, right? Yeah. I'm going to fucking just go get licensed and do that instead, right? And so it's been just opening up new opportunities, bro. But it all came from that. Like, if you just take risk and then figure it out later, a lot of better shit's gonna happen.
Man, well said. So before we end this, what advice would you give right now the new agents, the ones that just started 2 years ago during COVID, that was very easy to sell a house? And also, tell us a little bit about what workshops you got going on and how people can get a hold of you, because it's very important, I think, that people reach out to a mentor, a leader, somebody who can teach them right now, because like we talked earlier, there's people reaching out to you, there's people reaching out to me, and these are people that I looked up to because I'm still fairly new in the game.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to say nobody if they reach out to me. But what would you tell that new agent that's still real green in the business? And also let us know what you got going on, what services you offer, and how can people get a hold of you? Because it's very important they reach out to you.
So if you're new, or if you started during the golden era, well, I'll say the nice era here at real estate, where everything was just like, fuck, you woke up and you just had leads coming in. I think this is where you really see what real estate is about. It's right now.
Correct.
The true grind, right? What it really takes to make it in this fucking business, you're going to find right now that it's not easy. But there's also an important lesson that if you can make it through this time,
you can make it through anything.
You're going to be well off, very well off. This is also the opportunity for a lot of agents to really unfuck themselves and master the basics of real estate.
Correct.
Which is numbers. You just got to fucking talk to people. You just nail it in the head when you said earlier. I have a thing where I tell all my agents, like, 25 contacts aside of all the other prospecting that you're doing, do it outside, but 25 people. Touch 25 people. Like, physically touch 25 people. And if you just do that every day, you will fucking have a deal.
Yeah.
You will have a deal. Because real estate is really just a numbers game.
That's all it is, brother.
And we're the ones that contemplate and make this shit more difficult with the bullshit, with the excuses, with the, well, I see a guy fucking dancing in TikTok, maybe I'm going to do that. Or the most stupidest excuse I heard was from an agent that said, well, I digitally door knock. And I said, what the fuck? How does that work? He goes, yeah, I just hit up people on DMs. And I'm like, fuck that. Like, you need to go get a job. Yeah. So... and this all comes to, again, what I do. I love training. I love helping agents. I think my sweet spot is getting agents to break that 250. Yeah. And it's very possible. I've been blessed that every agent that I have helped out, housebroken, 250. Nice. I have a girl right now that I'm helping. She's only been in the business 7 months, and she's already at 175,000. And it's all simple shit. If you're coachable and you listen, you're going to fucking make it in this business. Yeah. And she's not paying fucking ads or doing all this crazy shit. She's doing all the basics only. Cold calling, door knocking, open house, sphere of influences. The biggest thing I tell people right now is, fuck, how many contacts do you have here?
Yeah, there's circle of influence.
If you just fucking start calling everybody here right now, I guarantee you'll at least fucking get 2 deals.
Correct.
You will. And so my high level workshop, what it is I do it every end of the year. I used to do a 1-day training, but I figure that it'd be better if we kept it like a challenge. So we do the last 3 months of the year, the last quarter. Correct. This is uncomfortable. Yeah. It's going to make you not only fucking step out of your comfort zone, but you're going to work during the holidays. Correct. Which a lot of people get lazy. And this is more now like, fuck that, you got to work. There's challenges every week that you have to meet. If you don't meet them, you get cut off. Oh, shit. And the end result is that we have to at least break 100,000 in commission.
Wow. So how do people get a hold of you if they want to reach out to you? We're going to go ahead and put all your information on the description.
Hit me up on Instagram would be the best thing. I don't check Facebook Messenger often. Maybe I should, but I don't. Instagram would be best. The JP Peña, THEJPPENA. It'll be me, half Marine, half on a suit there. You'll see it. And reach out there. And any way I can help, man. Always here.
You guys heard it from the man himself, Mr. JP Peña, one of Spitting Fire's BMFs. That's right, baddest motherfucker in the show. Episode number 6. Till then, guys, have a great day. Nothing else pays, baby. Let's go. Peace out.